Ruth, we didn't
laugh when you passed, but we sure ain't gonna cry when you now died. We didn't laugh when you passed, and we're not gonna cry when you die, Ruth Ginsburg, because we needed you to die. Not that we're just appreciating the fact of the timing of it, because now we can move on with the conversation about abortion. You know, I was just going to say one more thing. Do every state have to have abortion? Can't there be some states that don't want? Can't we go state by state and relook at the issue? You know, do we have to sell the fetuses? Planned Parenthood sells those fetuses to biotech companies. Can we look at this issue and clean up the industry and make a few rules now that Ruth is gone? I don't know, it's okay.
But you know, that whole thing with hope, we could have put right in.
We still could.
Where is it?
It's in a further one. It's in the one back behind. We did.
Oh, so we didn't delete it.
Clip. No.
All right. So are we gonna start it over again, or are we gonna?
Do you want to start it over again?
Yeah, because all of this is on it. You know. So.
Huh?
All of this we've been recording. Now we'll have to edit.
Do you believe in abortion, RJ? What do you think about abortion? RJ was an orphan, so.
Yeah. So I'm glad, you know, that it didn't happen to me. But if I was to reason correctly, I think that was the only choice for a woman who got pregnant back then, because it was, you know, hangers or other drinking things and having a terrible time of that. They had all kinds of ways in which to get rid of people, and that could have been me. And for the
me too.
It could have been you. You know. And what is it? What is it about abortion that is just get it?
You know, today they have abortion kits. I mean, the technology, I don't know what's out there. I just heard that phrase, but I mean, who knows what that is. But they've got ways to deal with it. I don't think they're using hangers anymore, or, you know, drinking her. I think they've got abortion kits, probably little vacuums or whatever. And they probably just do it just like the abortion doctor does it today. So let them do it in their house, and then they can bury their fetus, and their baby won't get sold to the biotech company. You know, bring it back to the home. You know, but this wholesale murder, 40% of those babies are African American. That's what they say. I mean, African Americans, 14% of the population and 40% of the abortions. It doesn't even make sense.
Sure doesn't make any sense to me.
Black Lives Matter, but not the unborn babies? Come on.
Only the living.
Only the living.
So, you know, all of this wraps around how and why it's so important that we put a conservative.
Yay! You know, you're going to get a conservative for Christmas.
And
we love Trump.
We were really pulling for, what is his name? Cotton.
We wanted Tom Cotton or Ted Cruz.
You should really listen to those men.
You know, I'm sorry. It has to be a gendered thing for the president, because really it's the most qualified. And Tom Cotton, he was a patriot. You know, you got to... Women aren't reliable, Donald. I know you love women, but women, especially on issues about abortion, they can flip.
Oh, you know, and that's part of, you know, up there, you know, and the timing. Everything goes back up to faith. And so in this, we have been given an opportunity to make a decision that will last and will in some way bring certain people back to their godhead.
You got to get this one right, President Trump. You've got to, because like Kavanaugh, he's already turning into a liberal. That's what they're saying, that he's the last hope for liberals. You got to get this one right. I don't know if a woman can do it, you know, but maybe. I don't know the one up for Tony Barrett. I mean, I hope it's good. I hope she's right. I hope she's going to do the right thing.
I hope she lives. Because
I hope the president lives.
I hope the president can do this, and in doing it, he's a lot like I'm really gonna say it because like I said, Jesus, and he's taken the time to tell us and to guide us away from greed and away from other things. So when I say I hope she lives, I mean everybody's out of their mind in the Democratic Party, and you know. we don't want anything. I think that we should be guaranteed security, safeness, liberty to exist. So, you know, it's an incredible thing what we're talking about. It's because it'll shape the future. Don't you agree?
I do. You know, death culture. We're killing 1 million babies a year. Abortion was supposed to be rare. Remember, where'd that go from? Rare. You know, and it's just who was Roe and Wade? You know, like,
that's a good question.
Roe versus Wade. I don't even know who they were. I don't think Roe was a real. I don't think that's a real name. I think, you know, she was standing for all Jane Doe, Jane Roe.
Yeah, well, the secrecy. You know, even in
get
the
her on
name.
The phone.
Yeah, you can get her on the phone. But I think it was all about way back when, and that what shapes people is the stigma of having a child out of wedlock. You know, now it's like, you know, marriage, you know, that's a very rare thing. And probably abortion has to marriage and parenthood. So I was wondering, why do they call it Planned Parenthood? And a lot of these people don't have the ability to provide. If you want that baby that lives to, you know, all of them, they have an opportunity, and opportunity should be what you got here. This is
Jane Doe.
That's the
It's not a real name, but this is who I guess they filed the court case on behalf of.
You know, yeah, there she is. This is
McCorvey. That's her name, McCorvey. Norma McCorvey.
She's not alive. I'm sure she's passed.
You know, Ruth Bader Ginsburg didn't even like. She thought that Roe was bad law. She didn't like the law either. You got to give people the right to choose. So you got to give state rights. If you want to live in a state that allows abortion, then you get to. If you want to live in a state that doesn't, then you don't. And that will cause, there'll be a lot less friction and a lot less temptation to go to some kind of psychic civil war that we're in right now if we learn to compromise with each other. So let's just go back to states' rights on abortion and see how that goes for a while.
That's the way it was? Was it that way?
I think that's how it was. It was states' rights, and then Roe made it federal.
Oh.
I'm not 100% on that, but I'm not going to get that.
Is that our boyfriend?
It is.
But yeah, now, since the explosion and this whole thing of idea and getting pregnant, not having to worry about it, way back when, you better worry about it because you didn't want to be found out. It was a disgrace. Yeah. Even in the every community, in church, everywhere you went, it was a disgrace. So Roe made it easier to also break up that nuclear family back then. But now there's no, very little nuclear family, so abortions certainly could be, the answer to get back to work, all those things. But I don't think that way. If there's an opportunity for you to give birth, and if you don't want that baby, then there's somebody there to nurse that baby or whatever, and then give it to somebody when it's ready.
There's a lot of women that can't have babies that would love to raise a baby.
Yeah.
And then in today's world, they can do like joint raising where, the mother still gets to drop in and keep tabs on the child as they grow. I mean, there's a lot of compromise. We haven't explored all the amazing things that we could do if we're not just killing them in the back room, and selling the fetuses to the biotech companies. But I think that we done did this. Let's move on to Kamala Harris.
Ooh, and where would she stand on the, this whole thing?
And Jim Crow Joe.
Ooh.
Because there are no bigger racist than what's his name? Joe Biden. Slow Joe Biden. He is a racist. He's the one who authored the crime bill that put thousands of African Americans in jail for little, trivial offenses, first-time offenses. They have to do. Alice Johnson had to do 22 years plus life, and it was a first-time offense, and that was 1996. Joe Biden signed a law, I think, 2 years before that. So Joe Biden's been putting black people in jail, and what a racist he is. He couldn't pick as a running mate Stacey Abrams because she was too black. He had to pick Kamala Harris, who a lot of people think Kamala Harris is black, but guess what, you guys? Kamala Harris is dark because Kamala Harris's mother, that's Kamala, and her mother and her uncle or stepfather, these people are not African Americans. They are Indians. They are dark Indians from India. And apparently they're Brahmins. They're from the highest elite class in India. Her mother's a brain surgeon, came to America, and Kamala was her anchor baby. That's how she became a citizen, through Kamala. You know, you got to watch these anchor babies, because they're all anchor babies that are trying to slit our throat now. We got, or illegal immigrants like Ilhan Omar. We got anchor baby AOC, anchor baby, to leave.
Oh, she's baby. More than an
Kamala, anchor baby.
Yeah, that one that wears the garb.
They say Kamala's father is from Jamaica, and that's how she gets to be considered black. Look at Kamala's father. Do he look like a black man? Plus, Kamala Harris, her mother's a dark-skinned Indian. That's how she gets her color. And she was raised in Canada. Okay? That's her father, her Jamaican father. He's not dark-skinned. He's very light. This is her husband and her family. Okay? Yeah, right. She's an African-American. See, Slow Joe...
Culture.
Yeah. Jim Crow Joe is such a racist. He had to pick Kamala, who's faking being black. She ain't black. And then you go online, right? You want to see her grandfather. We've seen her father. This is his father right here. Okay? So that's her grandfather. But when you go online to look at her family tree, they say this is her grandfather. They say this is the same man. They do an emoji of a black man. This man, this emoji right here, that skin color right here, that is what they are claiming is this man, her grandfather. Why don't they just put his picture up? They can't, because it'll reveal the fact that she's from white people in Jamaica. They have a little bit of African, but for her, it's so far back. It's quadroon. It's 4 generations already.
What is that? One drop. What is that? The one
She's
drop?
She's standing on the one drop rule, which is a racist rule that happened in the 50s. And not in slavery. It was in the 50s. And if you had any black blood, you were considered black. That's how racist it was, because black blood was evil blood. And if you have one drop, you're evil. So Kamala is relying on that rule to describe herself as black. Her mother was dark-skinned Indian. Her father was a very light Irish Jamaican.
I'd like to see their green cards. I mean, you just can't come into the country. I really would. I think it's a matter of public record if we're still, you know, operating under the rules.
Sorry.
That's all right. I'm fine with it, as long as the viewing people get a sense of it.
Indian, not
There's
African.
Another thing when you were talking about crime. You know, Kamala as running for vice president is kind of interesting, because they both have some kind of attitude, a superior attitude to the people that, you know, go in time. And this crime bill, I'll let you tell it. But Kamala, no, because I don't know everything. Kamala, she was an attorney general for California, and Kamala, you know, sent more black men. If black men matter, you know what I'm saying? It didn't happen in her term, all right? And what mattered was when she was a local district attorney, she sent and said,
I have to get his picture up.
Yeah. Cost San Francisco.
True Love, wasn't that his name? Jamal True Love?
13.5 million. And the reason was because she knew that this man was not guilty of anything, but yet she sent him to prison with a smile on her face for 7 years. And then with a lawyer coming in, got that reversed, got it dismissed, and he then sued San Francisco. That money didn't come out of her pocket. That money didn't come out of anything except you in California. And now, this woman who has something about rap and something about the stars and about the not just the media for the news, but they setting it up for what they think the kids like. Because the first way to lose your nation is to lose your morals. To be, so I'm gonna Kamala, it needs to be explained as to who this woman is and why they lying and why nobody in the Democratic Party even liked her. That's why she was out of the race. She couldn't have hustled a peanut at the World's Fair. And now she's gonna have a chance. But her reputation is not her character. Let me get it down to you. So, that's him. That's him.
That's Jamal True-Love.
Yeah.
Kamala Harris, when she was a prosecutor, she tried to frame him for murdering his best friend. He didn't do it. He got $13 million because he had to sit in jail for 7 years, thanks to Kamala. And then they finally DNA'd it, and he was found not guilty. So thanks to Kamala, she cost her city $13,000, and $13 million, and she took 7 years of this man's life. Joe Biden, he did the crime law, and he put so many thousands of people in jail. So you want to say Donald Trump's a racist? Donald Trump did prison reform.
Oh, you got that picture?
He's letting them out.
You got that picture of what you calling with the KKK?
Oh, I know. I got rid of all my pictures today. I'm going to go to it.
But this is a good one, folks, because it's not just that we say it, or that it's
what is that?
Probably somebody for the next door building a house.
Okay, let me go to it.
Yeah, what's really incredible is that way back, and he's been around for, 57 years, 47 years. Just enough to have him on one side. He's a plagiarist. He couldn't write anything original if he wanted to do it. He was the youngest that was ever a senator, and he's the oldest, now that John Connor, Senate. So please, everybody understand who this woman is. I mean, ain't that true?
Yeah, this is Joe Biden, and he's sitting next to, and he gave a nice eulogy for this man. It was his friend. There's other pictures of them together. Look how they're holding hands in this picture.
What's this a picture of?
See, this is Biden and Robert Byrd. And Robert Byrd, that old man that Biden is holding his hand of right there, he's a KKK chapter leader. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You holding somebody's hand like that, you gotta surely be brothers. And
they loved each other, those guys. And he did his eulogy for him. And there's another picture of the guy in the Ku Klux Klan outfit.
Show the people.
His hand. Okay, I'll go get him in the Ku Klux Klan
we gotta
outfit.
do this until we get like Rush Limbaugh. We gotta call it up right away.
They try to say Trump is a racist, then they go get a racist. Kamala, she's a racist. She's claiming she's black. She's not even black.
Black Lives Matter, but you'll pass. See, that's the thing when they do this passing
thing.
They're
trying to make you crazy with the lies.
Passing. That's what the woman. She don't have no ethnicity. She doesn't have no culture. She speaks French. Now you got to speak French if you're in Canada. She just now got married to a Jewish man from Canada. And she gave up whatever faith she had and joined, what do they call it?
Okay, so the guy was holding his hand and everything. Biden was holding his hand. This is him, the same man, when he's a little younger in the Klan outfit. Look at this, Cardi B. You want to talk about Biden is your best friend? He gonna pay for you. He's so dumb. I'm sorry. Look at this, Cardi B. That's the man who Biden is hugging, and he's wearing his Klan outfit.
Let me see if we can get it a little closer. Because we want to get
his name. Google it, you guys. Robert Byrd, KKK.
Yeah. Take it in, folks.
This is the guy that Biden was good friends with. You didn't see Trump being friends with a racist like that. He don't have no racist friends. In fact, he was getting "You're Good to the Black People" award. That's what Trump used to get. I'll show you. He was at the ceremony with Rosa Parks. And they were both being awarded on the same night.
And when you think about how Obama and Biden worked together, Biden didn't have to work. He was a puppet. And he wasn't an intelligence officer. And he's still not that intelligent. there's a lot to look at as to why Biden and Harris are on the ticket anyhow. I got a theory about that, and we'll maybe get to that. Do you find it?
Mm-hmm.
She found it.
It's a really nice picture they took off, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I'll put. See, Google's playing games with these pictures, and so that's okay.
That's why we're doing these shows.
I got another one here.
You know, you get a chance to see it all put together.
This is Rosa Parks. For all you don't know her, she's the black lady that sat at the front of the bus and wouldn't go to the back of the bus. That's Rosa Parks, civil rights leader with Donald Trump, long before he became president. Young. They were both getting, see, they're wearing medals. They were both getting We're Friends to the Black Community Award. Now, if he's a racist, how'd that happen?
Yeah, because
while Biden was hugging the Klansmen, Trump was getting that. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself.
Those
talking all them lies.
Yeah, and you know who it is, because some people don't even.
And now you're gonna lose your right to abortion. You didn't stop killing them babies.
Yeah, you know, gotta kill those babies no more. But we're on the subject now of race, and these people in the Democratic Party have that, you remember, don't leave home without it. That's their race card, and they play it and play it. They got all kinds of things going on. Did you find, what is it that we got?
I'm just looking at the news. Louisville, protests break out, gear unloaded from U-Haul after no murder charges in Breonna Taylor case.
Oh yeah, that's the one down in Missouri or something.
One officer indicted for wanton endangerment. You know what, y'all?
You just
don't resist police and you won't get hurt. Police are putting their life on the line for all of us.
But everybody gets mixed. How the police gonna know and see they're exhibiting this, and they think they're so that nobody's gonna put their hands on them, and they're right. They're right. Go out there and commit murder, hit women, old women in the back of their head, kick them, do whatever you want, then go home and watch it on news. And then have them blame it on our president. This has been going on for a long time. Black Lives Matter. They matter because they need to go out and finish the rest of America. And this is what hate does. Hate has never built anything. It only destroys. And when they look back at it, they expect the people who don't hate, the people with the love, to build it up again. No, not now. They want us all gone. They're going to do it themselves. That's what's happening. And this is what we have.
Double cop killer paroled in Cuomo's New York.
Yeah, see?
He killed 2 cops and he's getting paroled.
It is what it is, folks. And nobody, if we surrender this government, if we do, the next commander-in-chief, if Biden is to get in, it's Kamala Harris. And Kamala Harris takes her orders from someone who's controlling the squad.
BLM is getting paid. You got to follow the money. Find out who's paying BLM. They're getting paid to burn it down. They're threatening now they're going to burn it down.
And then
they're having riots.
The men with the money going to move over to Israel.
They don't even come from here. They're all, the people that are paying it, they're Europeans. They're not even from the globalists. They want our country. And Donald Trump is the only thing standing in the way between them and us. There's Donald right in the middle.
And that's a dangerous thing. Makes him a dangerous man.
You Democrats have been a disappointment.
Dangerous man.
I can't believe the Democrats are missing this. Can you believe that Donald Trump is who we've been praying for. He's bringing the troops out of the Middle East. He legalized hemp.
We're
prison reform.
Watching a theology take over a certain amount of people. And it's based on mythology. And so the Nation of Islam has been working this since 1940, folks. And the only thing that's different now is these people have an incredible amount of money to wage the war against Americans and white people for sure. So it is for us to bust them before they bust us. And to show the cancer that Martin Luther King said back in 1959, there's someone coming up in my organization that's preaching the gospel of hate. And yes, it is now right there in front of you, and you feel like there's nothing you can do. Go get the fire hoses. Go get the fire hoses.
We're getting them. They're not getting us. We're getting them. Look at this. Justice Department to propose congressional restraints on big tech, congressional curbs to big tech legal immunity. That's what they need. See, right now they can talk all about you. They can censor you. They can do all these things. But you know what? If Donald wins, we're going to rein him in, curb him in. You can't just violate our First Amendment rights because you have the power. No, 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 no. With power comes responsibility, and we have plenty laws that say, hey, if you are a platform, you must be open. And if you're not, then you're a publisher, and you're under the same laws as a publisher.
That's true.
We let these guys slide, and they're ruining our country.
Yeah, and what really is incredible, they're on both sides of the aisle. It really isn't about the party. It is about these people who want to bring down America, to change there'll be no law, there'll be no constitution, there won't be any Bill of Rights. There's nothing to fight for because it's all gonna disappear. And as much as you say you can't do that while they're kicking your butts, they'll say, oh really? I mean, these people are ignorant, and they're led by some ignorant people. One of them, they say there's only 7 mean and rotten people in the world, and Maxine Waters is one of them. And she's been around for a long time, and let me tell you, so long that she can say to you, I hate white people.
Here's Kamala going, outdated and wrong-headed to view more police as a way to make communities safer. You know, Kamala get plenty of high-paid security systems and security guards around her.
Yeah.
She don't need police. She got all the security she needs, private security. But what about the rest of us? Now we don't want to defund the police. We want to refund the police.
I mean,
and thank the police.
Extend it.
Create more parades for the police. Because if anything, this shows us that we haven't appreciated our police enough. And we need to appreciate them more. They keep us safe. Who are them people going to call who are talking about defund the police when their house gets robbed or they get assaulted or attacked? What are they going to do? They're going to call the police.
Right.
Such hypocrites.
But these people that are doing the world this favor, their houses are marked not to burn them down.
Yeah.
Soros. Now that with all the social media and everything, they know where you live. They know that through your computer.
Soros wants us. He wants our country.
He wants
And Soros, if you look at him, they say he's Jewish, but when he was like 13 years old, his father gave him to a Nazi commander and asked him to please hide his son, raise his son as his own. So when he was like 13 years old, he went and lived with the Nazis. And the Nazi that he lived with was the guy who went into the villages and pulled the Jews from their home. Well, Little Soros was standing next to him. This is the man who raised him. So he was Jewish, but he was made to watch his own people get executed. So basically,
that's no fake news.
Soros is an ace. In fact, he's a double ace. It's all about Soros. That's it.
Well, he's not the richest man in the world, but he's the one that worked. He worked Bezos because Bezos believes in what Soros believes. But some people are out there and want to be noticed and can't help but be noticed. But there are people also, they're behind him, and we know those people too.
True, because he's 90. I mean, he's old already. It's his sons or whatever they're carrying on.
He's old.
Mr. Bezos, please. You are already the richest man in the world, okay? We need to bring our companies back home. We really do. And we need for them to stop moving to China and using children to make all the products so they get cheap products where they don't have to pay labor or anything like that. We can't support that anymore. We need our companies back home.
Don't beg.
Well, I know Mr. Bezos got to give up a lot but he's the richest man in the world. I said, Mr. Bezos, you've already got everything. You don't need. Help us come on our side and help us make America great again.
He's got Chinese money now.
Help us make America great again. Help us bring the companies back home and still be Amazon, but do it with American products.
Treason.
Let's act like we're a co-op and we all do it with each other in America. We keep it local.
And we have to clean it up. I mean, there is nothing, but when you have Congress people that don't know sheep and shinola, that are talking about very incredible scientific things in history, and are working for their pawns for the people who are going to get the coal people unemployed and exterminated,
Okay.
so that they can, for the next 25 years, do the shale. And by then, they will know through lasers and all of these how to run generators and all of that. So I know I'm tripping, but so is the media, and so is the Hollywood and all those people that make trillions from that. These people have money. Yeah, it's all in Secretary Treasury. We have a lot of debt, and we have to work it all, and every nation has to, but that's not what's going to go on in America. No, we have to vote for Trump. He loves America, and I want everybody to know that's the truth.
And after we vote for Donald Trump and we get him in for 4 more years, we need to vote for Rush Limbaugh.
Ooh.
He needs to be the next president. So we're going to rush him. We're going to Trump him in 2020, and we're going to rush him in 2024, because Rush knows he's the master. He knows it all, and he's the unofficial boss of the universe.
There you go.
Did you cook it off?
I did.
Why did
I thought you were finished.
How would I still be finished?
Well, go ahead and finish.
Well, which part did you cook off?
Oh.
We got to vote for Rush.
Mm-hmm.
Trump him again 2020. Rush him 2024. This is the roadmap to success. We got to have Rush in there after Trump.
If whatever's left of America, I know that there'll be people like you and me very quickly who will have an idea of where we have to go.
This baby's making me hot.
Yeah.
If you haven't heard Rush Limbaugh, really, do yourself a favor and go listen to the man.
Mm-hmm.
He's like Trump. He's blessed by God.
Mm-hmm.
And for many years, I didn't listen to Rush because I believed what they said about Rush Limbaugh. And I didn't, and really, I would apologize to him, but I really apologize to myself, because I think about my life, what it would have been like the last 30 years if I had listened to Rush Limbaugh.
Why you point to me?
I didn't. I just kind of went like that.
Rush.
I should have Rush's picture back there on the altar.
Yeah.
And he's got it going on. He understands. He sees.
He follows the footprints every day.
Yes.
Backwards and forward. He does what he needs to do. He reads and he puts it all together so that we can get an idea of what's really going on in the world.
Yes.
So I think that's that. That's our
This
cat.
is Stella,
Yeah.
my fat cat.
Ooh, she's fat. We got a way to hold her up. Let's see. Hold her up.
She's a fat
She's
cat.
a fat cat. Let's
She's
see.
making
Oh,
me
there
hot.
she is.
Boy, she's making me hot.
There she is. Yeah,
She's
she
a snuggler.
is. Yeah, she is.
She'll hold you.
She'll
Make you hold her and snuggle.
Yeah, she got that white reflection. All right.
She's a rescue kitty. She came out of the bushes when she was just a little tiny, tiny starving thing, crying and crying, and she would not. We were walking up a path and she would not leave us. She just kept following us. She chose us. And 2 years later, we didn't know she was going to turn into a big, huge monster. Monster kitty.
Yeah,
Fatty Waddy.
Fatty Waddy.
Fatty Waddy.
You have anything else to tell the people?
No, that's it for now.
All right.
Ready?
Aloha. Oh, when you hit it, you press it, it pauses, but you got what you got there. Yeah, we can look at the end.
Did it shut off? No, it didn't shut off.
No.
You have to hit it, just hit it once, like. That's it. I guess that's it.
That's not it. What you gotta do? Control?
Hold on, let me look. Wait.